author of that book, Matthew Richards, and glad to have you, man. Thank you for taking this opportunity and time to
Thank you.
do an interview. You bet. You bet. I'm going to go ahead and throw it out there right away.
Yeah.
Excellent job
Thank you.
on your book cover, man. It was eye catching. So with that,
Well, thank you.
no problem. So with that, how did you come up with that book cover? I mean, give us a little insight behind it.
Well, it fit with the plot, being about a pot farm, and sort of some of the characters have a self-destructive nature about them.
Okay.
So things at a certain point could have been burning, so it just felt right when I saw it.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Did you design that yourself, or did you?
Actually, funny. Actually, my wife did, but
really? Okay. Great job.
Yeah.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Book covers are important, so I can.
Right.
It caught my eye. And if you won't mind, just giving just a little bit about what the novel is about.
Sure. It's a sort of a new take on the hard-boiled detective, but it's about a stoner, and he's involved with this pot farm, and it's at this really interesting time when marijuana was becoming legal, as that I just was really intrigued by that. Had to be some tension between people who wanted to just go fully legitimate and be legal, and then people who wanted to solve opportunities for more money on the black market. And there was just so much going on with cash moving around that banks wouldn't accept, and there was just a lot there that's I tried to connect into a lot of that tension that was going on with the changing of the laws. And I think of course mine's embellished and a bit exciting, but not based on anything real. But,
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
and but I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just going to keep rambling about it.
Well, I can tell you the synopsis is fantastic, man. It really, that's another thing that goes with the cover. I've had the privilege, and I'll share with the viewers a little bit later, a little bit more with the book cover and some of the synopsis as well. But it sounds great, man. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I can't. That sounds awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
No, it was a lot of work. You have to do a lot of research, and I had just trying to understand how some research on psychology, trying to get inside the characters' minds, and then research on, just what was going on with the circumstances, at the time with.
Oh, I can imagine so. That'd probably be a lot of work. I was going to ask you if you had to do some research. So
yeah. I try not to give everything away, not be too expositional, and I try to have sort of the iceberg, so it's a little trickle effect. I think I tried to do so. Hopefully, keeps you,
blind and single
on the edge. Yeah.
I got you, man. I got you. Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, I'm definitely going to purchase it after our interview's done, because
awesome.
Again, you had me at the book cover, and the synopsis really got me. And so far, it just sounds like an interesting book. So, as a writer myself, I like to always get in the heads of others a little bit. So what is your writing life like when you were writing this novel?
Yeah. Well, I get up around 5 o'clock every morning. That's the quietest the house is. I have 3 children, so
fair enough.
Yeah, I get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and I usually start with just some straight stream of consciousness. Like I just go whatever I was, and that helps me open up, really, I think. So I do a couple pages in the notebook, just whatever's on my mind, whatever I'm ranting about, whatever, I was dreaming about, whatever,
Sure.
Just let it all out. And then I go back and eat breakfast then. And then, so around 5:30, I'm ready. I'm getting my hours worth of time in, and I'm trying to hack away and get some in, I never want to let a day go by without getting some words on the page. I mean, that's what's important to me, to always, to never let it go by. It just feels like a wasted day if I didn't get some parts on the page.
You know what? That's
But
real important.
Yeah, I think so. It's once you start that ball, it's hard, it's hard, or once you stop it, I mean, it's hard to get it back moving again. That's the thing.
Right.
But,
Right. Ever have writer's block?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I've gone, long periods of time when I didn't write. Probably a couple of years I was not writing for a while. Yeah.
Really?
And then,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. And then some, some things just kind of clicked again with me. Like I think I matured in some ways too. And I was able to open up to myself. And I think a part of it's about being true to your own voice and not being afraid to just say what's on, just to write it. Just write it out as this in your mind, and people like it, they like it. If they don't,
your creation, man.
Just put part of it, like, yeah.
I think that's beautiful. And that's really, really what, I kind of try to do myself. So I think it's important for other authors or inspiring authors to hear what you said specifically of, or at least, try to always put something down, put something down. So you can go back and
always put something down and don't be afraid of your voice. Right.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. I like that, Richards. Absolutely. So I'm sure there were multiple times when you were writing your novel that you were sitting there thinking, man, this is really good. What were some of your highest points, man, of where you just felt like yourself and just being like, wow, man, that is some good shit right there. That is some awesome powerful words, or the characters. There's gotta be.
Yeah, there were some moments. Yeah. That's funny that you say it like that, because there's moments where I think that, and then I get no reactions out of people. And then I'll write some stuff down and people are like, this is great. So it's hard for me to tell how other people are going to react.
Sure.
But there were some moments definitely where I thought I really like the way I sort of layered these things. Like they just kind of comes to you sometimes, like you can be subtle, try to be subtle about what you're trying to say without just showing the iceberg tip, but that's the effort, at least, maybe it's,
I get you.
It's just, but then there's other times too, like there'd be like this villain character, this patriarch I have that just once I would get on his chapters and write, like I would just have the worst days after that. It seemed like it just.
Oh, that's great, man. That's great.
I think
you
just get in his mindset.
I think that is one thing about writers. Again, I'm glad you shared that, of just having that raw emotion. You can write something about a certain character or a scene, and it can make your day great, or it can just make your day. God, did I really write that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Looking on my sheet here, you've already kind of answered with the writer block thing, but what'd you do to get rid of it, man?
The writer's block, those pages in the morning that I do, those helped immensely. They're called that's just the trick I read about. Morning pages they're called. I think that I don't know what it was. It really just started just to make yourself drip it on the page. It just starts to come out, and once it does, it just starts flowing, and then don't stop it then.
Right. Nice.
So I think the morning pages help for that.
So no, I think that's great. That's a great tip. I'll probably try to utilize that more in my life as well. Sometimes, writer's block.
Yeah, it is. It's a real deal.
I will try that. So out of all your characters that you have in your novel, who would you say is your favorite and why? Without giving too much away.
And why?
Without giving too much away.
Without giving too much away. Who is my favorite? Let's see. Some of them I like in different ways, for not as examples, but of humanity. But I'll go with the protagonist. I like how Sam Tucker. He starts off sort of in a little daze. He's not really paying attention to much in life, just kind of floating through it. And then I think he has to learn to sharpen his point of view, right? Sober up a little bit. And
Sure.
it's like, I kind of like the hard-boiled detective novel where they're, the guys usually, shows you see him at the first start of the movie with a bottle of whiskey laid over, and and then that's when it all starts, right? And he's got to sort of piece himself together. Well, this is this is the pothead version of that,
Okay.
So, and I liked him as a character. I think he was, I don't know, he stuck out to me as someone who, what's the word? Just, learning to be who he was, I guess. Learning to be, not to just go along with what everybody else sort of shuffles him down the road. He has to learn to be, who he wants to be.
Sure.
Too. So I like that sort of development he has. So, but that was, because of course that's something that, like, we all go through, right? And
sure.
I mean, that at least in some level, we
Yeah.
have to learn how to not listen to other people all the time.
All the time. Right.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
Cool.
There's a balance.
So this is your first novel. So is there going to be a sequel?
First novel, yes.
Or is there going to be a part 2?
I was really hoping to, do a part 2. I really would like to see how people react to it for a little bit.
Sure.
Because it's a lot of work,
Oh, it is.
It's a lot of work.
Oh yeah. No.
Where am I going to invest my time?
Right.
So I've got a lot of short stories I'm working on too. So I'm going to do some things out there with that now. And I've got a drawer full of unfinished projects too. I could pick one out and I could be like, this had good points, and scavenge from here and there.
Get right back on it and just type away. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
That's cool. And it's my understanding right now that it is an ebook form right now, and it's available right now.
Yes. Correct.
And that's on Amazon.
It's available right now on Kindle. Yes.
Okay, cool. Paperbacks in the future?
Yeah, hopefully check it out, please.
Oh, I'm definitely going to check it out.
I'm sorry?
Paperbacks down the road, they're going to be in the future?
Yeah, I'm going to put the paperback out on, we were going to release it. It's on 4/20, so should be able to order.
Excellent. Smart.
Yeah.
Okay, good marketing strategy. Okay, I got it. Well, I definitely look forward to that. And I hope some readers they'll give a shot of your novel, Mary Jane's Magnificat.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
And if anything, just to read the synopsis, and I think that'll be enough to get them hooked and sinkered and lined and all that good jazz, just kind of like it did with me. So I'll definitely be getting it again after I'm done with this interview with you. And I will definitely, I promise you, leave the golden ticket of authors, which is a review. And I can definitely.
Please do.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. I will definitely be doing that. So let's see.
But not only does that help, like, with the author, but it helps the creative process too. I need to know what worked and what didn't. What was the good parts and what was the bad, because I'm never going to know if somebody doesn't write the review.
Absolutely. I've always said, good review, bad review. I take them all the same, because even with the bad ones, it can give you something to work off of, sometimes you'll get a bad review and it's just a 1-star or 2-star. And it's just like, I have one that's, I kid you not, that straight up says, it scared me. That was it. Oh no, it didn't say it scared me. It hurt me. That's all it said. It hurt me. And it hurt me. I took it for what it is. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I can't really work with that, but
right.
But to answer to agree with you, it does it for the creative aspect. I'm glad you said that, because other authors need to know about that as well, of how important a review is.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
You'll definitely be getting one from me. So you might even get one from my wife.
Well, thank you.
She'll probably want to read it as well. So hope you don't mind me sharing your book.
Awesome. No, not at all. Please share it.
So where can readers find you? Are you on any social media, Twitter, anything like that?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram, or Matthew the Scribe. And which one? Twitter to Matt. I just started it. Matt Describe.
Okay.
And so yeah. And those two are I'm on there. And then I have a authors page on Facebook too.
Okay.
For Matthew Richards.
Okay. Have you done one for Amazon as well?
For Amazon as well. I need to do that, don't I? Yes.
Yes. Yes. Do that as well.
Yes.
And
all right.
I highly recommend.
Any other tips? Yeah.
That would be the biggest ones I can think of. You're definitely the author one for Amazon, but Facebook. And I will ask you to send those links to me as well, so I can also have those on this author interview. So I really appreciated my time with you, and I'm so glad you did this.
Yeah.
And I really can't wait to dive into the book. Again, I want to let everybody know this is author Matthew Richards. His first novel, Mary Jane's Magnificat. I highly recommend it just from the synopsis itself, and the book cover, I think, ties in very, very well with, I can only imagine how the full story is going to be. So again, thank you for your time. And
thank you.
If you ever want to do another interview, you just let me know. And we look forward to your book. All right.
Yeah, sounds great. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I hope you enjoy it.
I think I will. Thank you very much for your time. Author, everybody. Author Matthew Richards. You have a great night and a good day tomorrow. We'll see you.